Hi students, good morning to all of you. I am Muhammad Salim, Head Department of English. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the new academic year for 2020 and 21. As we all know that we are in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. As I have to say that we are in a new normal. We are living or we are experiencing a new normal life. Schools, colleges, and public places, everything is shut down due to this lockdown and this COVID-19 pandemic. So we are in online for each and everything. Our academic activities and extracurricular activities, everything is done through this online session. So as a part of this, we are starting a new academic year, or we are welcoming the new first year students to online mode. As I'm sure that this is not a way to start an academic year, and you are not experiencing the best moments in your life through online. So I'm sure about that. But as a part of as a part of this COVID-19, we have to continue like this, because our situation is like we have to stay home and we have to stay for our better life. So anyhow, let's hope that one day everything will be okay and we will be back to our old normal life. And I hope that all of you are doing well, all of you are doing fine, and everything is okay for you. So as a part of a new academic plan, MIC College and the other departments and all department of MIC College is offering a bridge course to the new first year students. This will help you. This will help all students to make a better understanding on your course, on your syllabus, and the structure of the syllabus, which are the common papers, which are the core papers, like that. So as an English faculty, as a faculty from the Department of English, I am dealing with two common papers for you. So you have core papers, you have common papers, you have language papers, you have some complementary papers, like that. So this one is not like you studied in +2 or you experienced in your previous classes or previous schools. You have yearly exams and so on, but in college you have semester wise attendance, you have semester wise classes, you have semester wise papers. So you are experiencing a new way. So from my part, from the Department of English, we are dealing with two common papers for you. The first one is transactions, essential English language skills, and the second paper is ways with words, literature in English. So as an introduction, we are offering a bridge course titled English for Beginners. So this will help you to understand which are the portions, or which are the course, which are the syllabus, what are the syllabus, what are the things included in your common paper syllabus. So this will help you to make a good understanding. This will create a rapport among you and the syllabus and you among the teachers. So let's move into the new paper. So first of all, once again, I welcome you all to the bridge course offered by the Department of English. So the title of the paper is English for Beginners. Okay. So the first module for your bridge course is communication and language. So you all know that what is communication, what is the importance of communication, and what if the difference between the human communication and animal communication. So the distinct feature that differentiate humans and animals are the part we communicate. We have a language. We are using language for communication. We have different languages for different places. You know that in India, in Kerala, we are speaking Malayalam. For one in Tamil Nadu, for the next state, we are using Tamil. So we have different languages and so on. The first module is dealing with the communication and language. What are the important features of communication? What are the elements of communication like that? And there are verbal and non-verbal communications. You know that there are verbal, like we are using language. We are using different types of language. We have different words. We have letters. We have alphabets. We have different resources in a language. And there are verbal. These are comes under on this verbal communication, and there are non-verbal communication so on. So we can use by our hairstyle is an example of non-verbal communication. The way you dress is like a the way you make your makeovers is a type of non-verbal communication. So on, there are different types of communication processes that humans are using. That's the first module, and there comes language. So what's the importance of language? What is the importance of English language? What is the importance of other language like that? What are the features of language? There are creativity are there in language. There are arbitrariness in language. There are duality in language. There are cultural transmission. So there are we have to experience a different features in language. So these are the things discussed in module first. Then there comes the module second. The module second title as English as a global language. So in this module we are dealing with the importance of English language. You know that English is a global language. Why English become a global language? Why why are we supposed to learn English from our first standard itself? So what's the importance of English? How English language become a prominent language among the all other languages, and why the world use English language for communication. So these are the things discussed in the second module as English as a global language. So we have to discuss which are the different languages in the world, what's the status of English in the world, or what is the status of English among the other languages, what is the status of English while we compare English into other languages. So what are the features, what are the things, what are the characteristics of English language are the things we discussed in this module second. And there are three circles. What are the three circles? How English language become a prominent among the other languages like that, and what is a family of English? How English language become, where did the language originate, and what is the different sections of English languages. You know that we are using British English, and there are American English there are Indian English there are Australian English there, different places or different Englishes are there, but we are using British English, but later we changed that British English into Indian English, you know that. Okay, then there comes the varieties of English. Standard English, there are formal and informal styles in English, so on. These are things we discussed in the module second. And there comes the significance of global English. What are the significance of global English and so on. Then we moving to the third module. The third module deal with, it gives a general outline to English grammar and vocabulary. So as your first common paper, transactions, English and language skills, we have to discuss about different types of tenses. You know that tenses, direct and indirect speech. There are subject verb agreements. There are types of sentences are there. There are articles in English. There are question tag. What's a question tag? What are the rules we follow while we use a question tag? What are auxiliary verb? Which are the modal auxiliary like that? We have to learn different grammatical aspects in your transactions transactions from the first common paper, transactions, English language skills. So these things we are giving you just an introduction about transactions in this module third. So after listening to these lectures, after listening to this bridge course, you may get an understanding about what are the things we learn, what are the things we are going to learn in the coming sections. Okay, that's the thing. And there comes the phrasal verbs, idioms, synonyms and antonyms, proverbs in English, collective nouns, one word substitution, and a gender difference of words. These are the things. These are all the things that we are going to study in your common papers in the coming classes. So we are just giving an introduction through this bridge course. Then there comes the module 4, the basic writing skill. So you know that there are 4 skill in English. Okay, there are listening, speaking, reading and writing, LSRW. You know that these 4 things are essential to learn a language. First of all, we are going to listening something, then we are reading, then after listening something we will try to read, sorry, we will try to speak, LS. After listening, you know that if we are taking the case of a small child, a small newborn baby, he or she tries to listen something from his outside. He tries to listen different types of sounds, he identifies them and he try to speak something. There comes listening, speaking, there comes, then after we start to speak, then we start to read, and after reading we start to write. So listening, speaking, reading and writing. So if we are going to read in, not like in alphabets, we come to read from pictures. The small child, he will understand while he sees, he or she sees a cat or a dog, he will try to read that in a mental picture like that. So there comes listening, speaking, reading and writing. So these are the things of in module discussed in module 4, the history of writing, formal and informal writing, and there are academic and non-academic writing. You know that there are news report, you know, advertisement, like that. For mass communication students, they will seriously report about this news reporting, advertisements like that. And we have to write official letters, we have to write, both writers are there, official letters are there and formal and informal letters are there. If you are going to write for a principal, if you are going to write a letter to principal, you have to follow certain rules in that letter. That's why official letters are there. Then documents, profiles, resume and CV. So these are the things we discussed in the module 4th. Then after that there comes module 5, genres in literature. So this one is also important in the A02, ways with words, literature in English. So your second common paper titled ways with words, literature in English. So if you are reading that ways with words, we have to study some of the poems, short stories, a small drama, like that. So a small play titled written by Tennessee Williams, like that. So we have to study short stories, plays and small articles like that. So these are the things included, these are the contents included in your second common paper. So we are giving you just an outline about which are the different genres in literature in the module 5th. So what are the basic elements of poetry? What's a poem? What's a poetry? And what are the figure of speeches included in a poetry? What is, you know, you are familiar about simile, metaphor, like that. So what are the figure of speeches, pun, etc.? What are the figure of speeches? What is the juxtaposition of images? Or what do you mean by metaphor? What are the examples for a simile, like that? Okay, so what is an hyperbole, like that? We have to face different types of figure of speeches while we study poetry. So these are the things we included in this module 5th. Then which are the different types of poetic forms? You know that you may experience or you may read small poems like 4 or 5 lines poems like haiku, small 4 or 5 lines, simple poems which may include 4 lines or 5 lines. These are example for haiku. Then there are ode, there are elegy poems, there are sonnets. You may experience a 14 line sonnets. You may studied from your previous classes in +1, +2, or for your high school sessions. You may read a lot of poems, you may studied a lot of poems. So what are the different types of poetic forms in English? These are the things we included in this module 5th. Then there comes the prose varieties. You may read small short stories, you may read a novel, you may read a newspaper article, you may read an autobiography, you may read a biography, you may read a report, or a report made by a student, or a report made by for any occasional purposes, like that. So there are different types of prose. So what's the difference between poetry and prose? What are the difference between a novel and a short story? What's the difference between a biography and autobiography? What's the difference between a tale and a story? What's the difference between a journal and an article? So these are the things included in the second topic, prose varieties. Which are the different prose varieties in English, like that? These are the things we are going to study in the next classes. Okay, then there comes third one, the basic elements of drama. You know that English language, every language is rich with plays and dramas. There are poems, there are short stories, there are novels, and there are plays. In Malayalam also, you may experience different plays in your arts festival and so on. So the basic elements of drama. What are the basic elements of a drama or a play? What's the difference between a play and a novel? What's the difference between a play and a poem? Like that. We have to know about the basic elements of drama. What's a tragedy? What's a comedy? Tragic dramas are there. You may read about William Shakespeare, one of the greatest dramatists in English language and literature. You may read about Christopher Marlowe. You may read about like John Henry Ibsen, like that famous dramatist in English language. You may experience uh, Roots and Shadows, like there are experiencing different types of plays in English language. So what's the basic elements of drama? What's a tragedy? What's a tragic drama? What's a comic drama? What's a comedy? What's a comedy in drama, like that? So we have to experience all these things in your coming common paper. So that's why we are giving you just an introduction about all these things. Okay, so this is the syllabus for English for Beginners common course by offered by Department of English. I am sure that, or I feel that you may get a small outline about the syllabus of the bridge course. This, it will help you to study, it will help you to make a better understanding on studying your common papers. So I think this will be good, this will be enough for today's session. And once again, I am welcoming you all to this new academic year from the part of English department. And I hope that we can meet in person in colleges after the reopening of colleges. And you will, I am sure that you will have a wonderful session in MIC college. You can create a lot of memories, a lot of friends. You may experiencing different activities. You can participate in different extracurricular activities. Everything is there in MIC college. If we can start and we can move to a wonderful session after the reopening of the colleges. We can meet person, we can conduct classes, we can mingle, and everything is on. Okay, I hope all of you are doing well, and I wish a very good luck to all for your new career for in this degrees as an undergraduate student. Okay, anyhow, let me conclude this session. So first of all, let me thank you all for this. Okay, thank you.